Game day as the Chicago Bulls face off against the Denver Nuggets. We're going to have some fun, talk some shit, what we expect, what we want to see from the game. We'll get into all that and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
I see red, I see red, I see red, I see red, yeah, I see red, I see red, I see red, I see.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central. I'm the host here, Haize. Make sure you guys are following the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the content for the day. And it's a pregame show. You already know what that means. We're about to have fun. I'm sure somebody's going to come in here acting up and they about to get flamed, but that is what it is. We're going to let Petty handle that when Petty comes out. But, hey, nonetheless, Bulls in the first preseason game, definitely the offense definitely looked like changes had been made, right? And that was, some of the talking points from both the GM, the coach, the players. Everybody talked about wanting to take more threes, wanting to play with a faster pace. They showed improved in that first preseason game. They didn't get the win, but they showed evolution to the offense. So definitely want to see if that holds true in this game. One of the things with this Bulls team, even as optimistic as I am with it, but once the Bulls start facing some adversity, everybody kind of goes back to their default, right? DeMar goes back to dribbling the ball 500 times with 15,000 pump fakes. Zach LaVine goes back to being Zach LaVine and dribbling the ball off his foot at times and taking some boneheaded shots. And Nikola Vucevic is the most consistent out the big three. I love Vooch. I ain't got nothing really negative to say about Vooch except, he doesn't really jump sometimes. But, it is what it is there, right? But one thing that we saw with this team is that when they don't have a point guard or a communicator to really hold everyone accountable, when things get tough, they kind of go back to what comes natural to them. And that is by the behest of the team, right? And so, that's the importance when you hear Kobe talk about things like him running the show as the point guard, all that type of stuff. That's why those things are important, right? So I'm just interested to see in this game, does that new look offense, moving the ball around, right? They think they did some overpassing in the last game, but do those other things stay consistent for the Chicago Bulls? That's how you build routine. So we're going to really see if that stays consistent with this team, and hopefully it is. We got hopes with that. So, we'll end up seeing it. We'll talk about it. But let's go ahead and see what we got from you guys in the comment section. We got first up Christian, first one in the building. A little bit early, but I love you. I appreciate for it. Since Vooch going for 100 tonight, I can feel it. Listen, if Vooch scores 100 points, I will give away 100 Chicago Bulls Central t-shirts. I will give them away. That's how confident I feel, because that's a lot of money. That's how confident I feel like that ain't happening. But it is what it is there. Let's see. We also got Taxin. Is that how you pronounce that? Let me know if I'm right. He's laughing at Christian in there. You also got B Fire O says, damn, y'all early too. Listen, hey, everybody's excited. This is Chicago Bulls Central live stream, right? This is family. We have a fun atmosphere here, man. I'm really proud of, over the last 2 years, what we've built with our live streams and the community that we have here. I need to do something about this mic setup. Like, it's really bothering me how big this goddamn thing is and how much is in my face. I guess because I haven't live streamed this consistently in a minute from this side of the set, so it's like bothering me. It's like, come on, man, back up off me, bro. Give a nigga a little space, bro. Back up off my balls. Jay says, yo, what's going on, brother? Alex Larez, OG in the chat, says, what up, chat? What's going on, brother? MCC's and another OG around here says, sup, y'all? What's going on, OG? Football CF Candy in the building says, we got to hit 36 threes, people. Listen, I don't even, it's not about, to me, I don't care about the Bulls taking 35 three-pointers per game. I don't care, right? But with a higher frequency than what we did last year, we're damn near dead last in the NBA, right? You want to up that. And, I think being more towards in between 28 to 32 is the perfect range for the Chicago Bulls, unless they're on fire from three. So we're going to see what's going on there. Mayo in the building says, my fucking favorite Bulls podcast. Let's go. I'm glad I'm your favorite, bro. I appreciate that. That means the world to me. Markel in the building says, what's good? What's going on, fam? Matt, wait, hold on. What's this username? Mac Too Much One. Mac Too Much One. Mac Too Much. I got you. I had to say it real fast because I was about to flame you for that username because I'm like, you a munch? We don't need those in the chat. But no, I'm just messing with you, bro. What's going on, man? Glad to have you in the building. By the way, anybody who's new here, who's jumping on for the first time during the preseason, we like to have fun here. We crack jokes. Please crack jokes back on me. Don't take offense to stuff. This isn't the place for sensitive people. It's not. I'm going to clown a couple of people. If you look funny in your Avi, I'm going to clown you. It is what it is, man. It just is what it is. What's Bulls Troy in the building? What's going on, Troy? Glad to have you in the building. What's poppin', Haize? What's going on, Rondo 2 Raw? Brandon Peck in the build. Are you related to Matt Peck at all? Like at any chance? What's up, Haize? What's going on, fam? What's going on, man? Mr. Roosevelt in the building. Let's hope not, right? I want to keep it as Roosevelt free as humanly possible. It's just people always bring it out of me. I don't wake up in the morning and be like, how can I go off on people other than inside the Chicago Bulls. Other than that, I don't think about who I can go off on and Montez. I don't think of and Reggie's mom. Other than that, I really promise you, I don't think about who I can go off on when I start these live streams. It kind of just happens. It's just how it kind of works out, right? It's just Reggie Mama just gobbled some balls just now. It is what it is. What's good, Haize? You the Bulls content creator, King Maji. I appreciate that, V.O. Walker. I appreciate that, bro. That means a lot coming from you, man. I'm not saying they are the exact same. Hell, they are on different levels of player, but man, Kobe's game reminds me of Jamal Murray. Maybe I'm wrong and crazy. I've been saying, like, you can use, so again, I am not comparing the impact of the players. I'm not comparing that at all. I'm not comparing the caliber. But you can use Vooch and Kobe when they're out there together in a similar fashion to what Jokic and Jamal Murray use. You just can. It's realistic. So again, I'm not saying that should be the offense, but you should have some sets where you're running a two-man game with those guys because I think it can be beneficial to the Chicago Bulls, especially if one of DeMar or Zach are on the bench, which I think most of their minutes are going to be played together, but you can work that in a little bit, I think. I definitely think that. Brazil Popular in the building says Sanago locking down Joker tonight. Hey, listen, if Sanago locks down Joker tonight, get that man on the roster, even if he's only a Jokic stopper. Get that man on the actual roster immediately. If you can find somebody who could be a Jokic stopper, you make that happen. It's Ryan from Bulls Facebook page. What's up, brother? Does the live stream option work yet? I tried to fix it. I think we're good there, Ryan. I think we're good. Go and check on the Facebook group. I think I'm streaming there. It didn't give me the error that it gave me last time, so I think we're good there, Ryan. Thanks for checking in on me with that one, brother. Says the Bushes says Javon gonna be shooting from the for them threes again. Yeah, I mean that's Javon Carter's game. Like and I saw a lot of people. I'm not saying you, Bushes. I'm not saying that at all. But a lot of people were so surprised at Javon Carter shooting so many threes last game. I'm like, they're using him to a similar fashion than Lonzo. Most of Lonzo's shots were threes. Is he Lonzo? No. But they're using him in a similar fashion. That do not be surprised if most of Javon Carter's shots, while he's a member of the Bulls, are from three. Now, I would like to see them because he's a solid mid-range shooter as well. But you know that mid-range is really operated by Vooch and DeMar. So, you got to see what happens with that. But his three-point shooting is something that the team needs a lot. So I'm not surprised that they relied on that heavily. Markel says, incoming P-Will poster. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Eli23 says, love the content, Haize, helping me through my senior year by keeping me informed on my Bulls. Hey, that's what I'm here for, bro. When you say senior year, are you senior year in high school or college? I just want to know because that way I can try to. No, I'm not going to keep the cursing down either way. I don't know who I'm trying to front for. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing you, my brother. I want to see some Dalen minutes now, so we don't have to see him later. God damn, bro, people are really over Dalen Terry, bro. I'm still waiting for my long sleeve tee. The time that did I never send you your tee? I got you. Well, now we got a new logo, so now you get the new tees. MC Season, DM me wherever, because I know you follow me other places. One of those places, DM me. I will get it out to you. Try to get it out by this weekend. That's my fault, bro. Life be lifing, man. I'm on the road, so I'll be in and out of the live stream. Well, I appreciate you for checking in with us, Troy. So happy the season has begun. Miss your live chats. Hey, it's Archangel in the building. Glad to have you back as well. Let's see. I come in, you're talking about balls. What the fuck? I mean, listen, bro. Listen. Every now and then you gotta manscape. Archangel also says more OB. I agree with that as well. I'm working on my pronunciation. They ruined me last game because the announcers pronounced it as Bateem. Then I think it was Brazil Popular. Correct me in that I actually was saying it correct, and it is Bitum. Now his first name Onul Op. I'm gonna work on it. I'm a work in progress. Pray for me. Don't judge me. Judge your dick sucking auntie. Don't judge me. I'm trying. Listen, it is what it is, man. First of all, my speech is all jacked up. I grew up in Germany, Italy. I'm American. I don't know how to talk right. It is what it is. Y'all gonna have to struggle with me through this. I love y'all. Y'all love me. It is what it is at that. We gonna work through it, though. We gonna work through it. It says, I'm new here, jumping on for the first time. I take offense to everything. Very sensitive. Don't clown me. First of all, BKR Sport, you are one of the OGs of the channel. And secondly, I know you way too well to know that you get offended by anything. Shut up, bro. Oh, man. Let's see. I'm mad as hell. I already got food, popcorn, snacks, and a drink, thinking the game is starting at 7, but here it starts at 8. Yeah, it starts at 8. Y'all funny. My man, what's up, Haize? What's going on, Tay Hollins? Glad to have you in the building. Don't scared to call. Don't be scared. See, nigga, you trying to get me. You can't even spell it right. Don't be scared to call Haize a red bat. We know you like red things, so you know it is what it is, bro. You know, inside joke, y'all. Like inside joke. Like Steve-O's future baby mama likes red stuff. You know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is there. Excited to see OB play again. I am too, brother, for sure. JC Alfors says, you think Bidham will have more minutes after the first preseason game? I hope so, right? I really do hope so. I hope that in any minutes that he's used, he's featured a little bit more. Not saying that they have to go to OB every time, but like I think that he showed at the very least he can get off that 3-point shot at the NBA level. So definitely want to see that. Nadav says, just got a Kobe White jersey. Birdie better show up. That's funny. Let's hope so. First of all, there is no way in hell I'm saying your username. Your name is Emmett. I don't even know if that's better. We'll come up with something to nickname. You ain't getting a soundbite of me saying that. I'm not doing that. Says, much love, brother. C. Red. Glad to have you in the building, brother. I'm still hoping for the party you guys are all going to throw when the Bulls do whatever it was. I can't remember the bet anymore. Who, me and BKR Sport? It's if when the channel gets to 20,000 subscribers, I'm bringing BKR Sport out to Chicago. We're gonna have a live watch party or something. We're gonna make a whole show of it because we gotta bring BKR. When's the last time BKR? You're in the chat. Let me know the last time you were in the city. But yeah, once we hit 20K, and at that point when we made that bet, I thought there was no way in hell this channel was ever gonna get to 20K. We may hit it this year, so we'll see. Hey, Haize, I don't understand why the media and some content creators think the Bulls won't make it to either the play-in or playoffs. Do you have that same feeling? No, Sydney. To me, I don't understand how when you look at everything that happened with the Chicago Bulls, right, last season, 40 games that we won last season. But when you look at that, we lost 17 games that were close, right? 7 of those games we lost because we just didn't shoot threes. We technically scored more field goals, but we didn't shoot enough threes. We've added 3-point shooting. We've gotten better as a team. Our defense has gotten better. Zach LaVine is going to be fully healthy to start the season, right? Yeah, we had a really healthy team last year, so that may be something that we don't stay consistent on. That may be a regression to the mean. But I don't see a world in which the Bulls lose as many close games as what they did last year. May they still lose more than they win? That's a possibility, but even if they don't lose that many, I don't know, man. I don't see how people don't think that the Bulls are going to improve, right? That's crazy to me. Hey, from Australia, listening in from a roof at work. Well, shout out to you. Make sure you're safe on that roof, brother. The last thing I want anybody to say is my dude fell off the roof listening to a crazy red-bearded black bastard. I don't want anybody to be able to say that, bro. Like, I don't want that karma on me. I'm already crazy. But no, thank you for tuning in, man. Make sure you stay safe up on that roof, brother. Rondo 2 Raw says Reggie mama is crazy. Hey, listen, she birthed Reggie. It is what it is there, bro. MS says, do you think Donovan is the problem? I think he's part of the problem. I am a very realistic person in that, like even with the Bears and just in sports in general, it's rare that any one thing is the problem. There's a series of problems. Now, I will say this. Do I think that Billy Donovan is the right coach for this Chicago Bulls team? No, I do not. But I do think that this team still can improve from what they were last season with Billy Donovan. So we'll see. Haize, do you think we have time to develop Dalen this season? And if so, how can he get more playing time? Listen, you got to earn it. That's at the end of the day, when it comes to So the Billy Donovan likes to go 9 deep. Whoa, that's a pause. That's a big ass pause. Respect the pause when you say stuff like that. Billy Donovan likes a 9-man rotation. I don't know if that's any better. Billy Donovan uses 9 players, right? Typically, he uses 9 players. Those 9 players get about double-digit minutes. And then there's one player that's the 10th man in the rotation that doesn't get consistent minutes, but he does get some, right? So we look at the Chicago Bulls 10-man rotation. You're looking at Kobe, Zach, DeMar, Pat, Vooch, right? Then Alex Caruso, Javon Carter, Andre Drummond, Torrey Craig. That's your 9. I know I counted 9 people. What the fuck is that? Like, I'm confusing myself. But then you got to look at, other than that, right, you got Dalen Terry, Ayo Dosunmu, Julian Phillips, Terry Taylor. Those guys are going to be fighting for minutes. And I think it's going to come down to whoever is bringing it and what the matchup is at that point in time. So, that's what I think is going to happen. So Dalen is going to have, if he's going to crack this rotation, his defense has to be elite. Let me be clear here. Elite, because he ain't bringing much of anything else. The shot, still too iffy to rely on, right? He is a good passer in transition. He can get steals, but that defense has to be elite for him to get to that point. I think be a consistent person in that rotation. So let's see. Eli23 says, haha, no, keep your authenticity intact, bro. I'm a senior in college. Well, I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that, bro. Push Forward TV in the building says, bro, it feels good to see the live streams back, bro. It says, hey, bro, it says a lot, man. I love having you guys here, man. And I remember how much, like, this really does feel like a family chill, let's talk shit atmosphere, right? It's all good. On ul op is hard to pronunciate for English speakers. I just mentioned it because I read a written article where it had the correct pronunciation. Well, thank you for helping me on that one. And so I'm working on it. I'm going to get it. It's going to happen. Like, it's going to happen. I used to murder joke him, know his name all the time, right? So Andres Nocioni, like, these are names that I can say because I got it, right? It just takes some time. Hey, Haize, I don't understand why. I already read that one. Thank you for that. Let's see what else we got. Tay Holland says, I'm calling it, bro. 50 games this season, nothing less. From your mouth to God's ears, bro. From your mouth to God's ears. Hey, listen, we got, he says, BK Warner, you're going to leave Chicago drunk. Listen, we got Steve-O drunk, and it was hilarious. But, hey, listen, there is nothing. I know he's not in this chat. When y'all see Big Kev, the host of Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs Central, y'all make sure y'all throw some jokes towards him. He is the worst person I've ever seen in my life. When it comes to alcohol. This man had an old woman ready to run a fade on all of us. All of us. Hey, it is what it is. Tony says, I'm listening under a roof and I'm aloof. That's funny. That's hilarious, man. Let's see. Looking forward to seeing a more improved season. Just wish we had a younger, more innovative owner. Chicago deserves it. Younger doesn't necessarily mean better. All right. At the end of the day, right, to me, it's not about ownership. Typically has very little to do with the actual construction of a team. That's in any sport. Now, you have some more hand-on owners that actually are very involved in the day-to-day operations. The Reinsdorfs aren't that. They're never going to be that. So even though I know a lot of people like to go to blaming the Reinsdorf for the product on the court, keep in mind, the only limitation the Reinsdorfs place on this is don't go into the luxury tax. I'm sorry, but that's not a big enough excuse for where this team is sometimes. I know that's the easy thing to go to as well. We got cheap owners. No, we're over the salary cap every single year. We've never had. Now, if we were a team that spent right to the salary cap and then said stop, I would understand that. We're over the cap every year of our existence. We just don't go into the luxury tax. There's a difference with that. And so there's enough space in there where you should be able to build at least a consistent playoff team. So to me, I don't blame ownership as much. I understand that they absolutely have limitations. Billy Donovan is going to be here for a long time because he is in with the Reinsdorfs. I understand that. But when it comes to the actual construction of the Chicago Bulls team, the ownership, the only part they have in that is don't go into the luxury tax. And I'm sorry, that's not a big enough restriction to where hovering around playing for 3, 4, 5 years is excusable because of that. It's not excusable. You can still build a playoff team even with that limitation. Now, we can talk about championship teams all day, right? But you to have a good, I can even say you can have a great basketball team without going into the luxury tax. You just have to be smart. And we have not had, well, we've had some mistakes. I do think that had Lonzo never went down, right? Keep in mind, I know we were number one team in the East. We wouldn't have stayed there, blah, 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 right? But had that team been able to focus the last two off seasons on fixing the holes that were on that team, I think we'd be in a much different spot. Rather than last season, we were hoping Lonzo was going to come back. This season, we had to try to replace what Lonzo had. It just really changes things and changes the mindset. I really do think had Lonzo not went down, this team would be in a completely, we'd be talking about this team being one of the top 4 to 5 teams in the Eastern Conference if that had never happened. That's just my personal opinion. BKR says, Estivo, God help the city of Chicago with an Australian drinking with the Americans. That's actually hilarious. 9-man rotation, you wildin'. Shout out to Skokes in the building, one of the hosts of Chicago Blackhawks Central, which, if you guys don't know, we actually started a Blackhawks podcast on the network as well. Skokes is one of the co-hosts over there with Joe Vitale. They know they shit. Y'all go support them over there. Make sure you guys go Chicago Blackhawks Central. Matter of fact, if you're a Chicago sports fan, type in Chicago, the name of the team, and Central afterwards. There's a chance that the network has a show on it. So, it is what it is. OB finna steal all Dalen's minutes, fams. Don't even worry about it. Well, there ain't no Dalen minutes to steal. He's stealing nothing. That's a broke person robbing another broke person at that case. Hopefully he's stealing minutes for more than Dalen Terry, because there ain't no Dalen Terry minutes right now. Reggie's mama with the 9-man rotation. That's funny. That is hilarious. Let's see what else we got. Kev different. Yeah, Kev, listen, that's an interesting fellow when he gets to drinking, man. Haize figure out and Javon Carter's name. Appreciate. Did I say Jalen Carter again? I think I said Javon on this stream. Kiss my ass, Kyle. Just fucking with you, bro. Oh, man. You would think Kev is chill until the alcohol gets in him. Kev is a completely different motherfucker when the alcohol is going. Steve-O can vouch for it, bro. Big Kev with alcohol is literally completely different. We were sitting in the bleachers watching this game, and I can't even remember what Kev said. The lady turned around, and the Kev said something else stupid, and literally everybody was there. We all looked at Kev like, come on, bro, you tripping, bro. You tripping. He threw the GD with the young Asian kid, bro, like, Kev was tripping, bro. Kev is a different monster, bro. Are you the same beast but a different animal? Is that what the quote was? Bulls haven't released the starting lineup yet. We're watching out for that one. Bobby ass was lit too though, but Bobby's a chill drunk. Like, Bobby's cool. Like, I can drink with Bobby all day. Kev, I gotta mentally prepare. I gotta drink some holy water. I gotta consult my ancestors, and I gotta call his mama. Like, that's all I gotta do before I can drink with Kev again, because that's different, bro. That's different. That's different. Let's see what else we got. Do you believe they will use Drummond in the bench more than they did last year, including G League players? I don't think you'll see the G League players a lot. I won't say that. Now, I think that more so than seeing G League players, I want them to maximize the minutes from the players that are actually on the roster, meaning more minutes to Drummond. Yes, I hope that they do. Because one thing, Vooch played all 82 games last season, but you don't want to bet on that being the case again. You want to alleviate some of that, right? And then I know a lot of people are saying, we should sign Nerlens, we should sign this guy. I would rather those, even if it's 5 minutes every 2 months, go to Julian Phillips so he's getting used to the NBA game. So I hope that they utilize the bench better, but more so than anything, I just need Billy Donovan to understand how to ride the hot hand. When a player is playing with the momentum, stop taking them out the game. We're talking about a team that probably would have beaten the Miami Heat had he just left Kobe White and Andre Drummond in that game, right? I understand why he wanted to go back to his starters, but they was cooking. You got to understand when to ride the right hand. Haize, what do you think about the bench? Can they be a new bench mob? Listen, to me, the bench mob was great because they were it was filled with a mixture of defensive and offensive players. This team, as far as if Javon Carter stays on the bench, it's full of just defensive players and a shooter, right? So I don't know I would want to see something different for them. I want to see them to create their own name, because I do think that they can create terror, especially if they're a team that gets out in transition with that bench unit. That can be a fun team to watch. But I want a different name than the bench mob for them. I definitely want a different name for bench mob than the bench mob. What do you think? Shout out to Bulls for Life first. Who do you think is the worst player the Bulls have had in the last few years? Matt Thomas, Tony Bradley, Carlik Jones, Stanley Johnson. Tony Bradley was absolute. I'm sorry. When you are a grown man that's 7 feet tall and you get picked up by another grown man and you still talking stuff before you realize that grown man has carried you about 10 steps, you the biggest bitch on the team. Like, I don't care. You can talk about Cristiano, Felicio. You can talk about all these guys. You can talk about Campaign. You can talk about Matt Thomas. You can talk about, I don't even care, bro. Like, who's the dude? Dude I used to cook all the time. What was his name? Alfonso McKinney. You can talk about all those guys. But Tony Bradley has the biggest bitch moment in Chicago Bulls history. That's all I can say. I forgot about the GD Asian. Bro, when Kev threw the folk with the young Asian kid, bro, that was it for me for the day, bro. I was done. I was done for the day. Like, real talk. At that point in time, I could have left, went home. I would have never thought about it again. This man threw the folk with a young Asian kid. That kid had to only be about 15 years old. That's wild, bro. That's definitely wild. That's crazy. Brazil Popular says Duncan made a post-game video after last game analyzing the plays, and they doing some off-ball secondary screens that seem very promising. Be on the lookout for those tonight. Hey, listen, especially if you want to shoot more threes, that's a great way to do it. That's a great way to create, and not even just threes, right? That's why it's important to move without the ball, because that creates lanes, that creates open shots, that confuses the defense. You want to keep the defense moving so you can catch them off guard. When you're stationary without the ball, it allows the defense to set in. It's so hard to pass when the defense is set in. This is why we need this team to continue moving without the ball. Period. Haize, are G League players allowed to play in the playoffs? That's a good question. I don't think, not two-way players. Two-way players cannot play in the playoffs unless you've converted them from a two-way contract to an actual NBA contract. So, man, I remember when we relied on Michael Carter Williams. Those were dark days for the franchise. Hey, man, you remember? And they let him get Derrick Rose's number when he first came. Like, come on, man, what we doing here, bro? What we doing here? You know who Terry reminds me of? Antonio Blakeney. Just needs to slow down. Oh no, let's come on, bro. Antonio Blakeney was literally he was one of the best scorers in G League history, and this is why I don't be believing in that G League shit. This is why I wasn't too upset about Javon Freeman Liberty. This is why I don't have any high hopes for Carlik Jones, because I've seen people that go absolutely batshit crazy in a positive way in the G League and get to the NBA and can't do shit. So, it is what it is. Bulls Daily says, what up, Phonem? Even though you irritate the fuck out of me, I cannot miss the live stream. Hey, man, listen, I saw that shit you was talking on Locked On Bulls. Hey, listen, I be in the city all the time, bro. Like, if you ever want to see me, we can link up. And I don't even mean that in a threatening way. I mean, we can link up and chop it out. We gonna have our differences. I'm gonna flame you from time to time. It is what it is, bro. But we love this Bulls team, and you a big supporter, bro. So we family. Family argues sometimes, right? That's the biggest thing. Tony, for example, bald head bitch ass Tony. The first time he came in here, I absolutely roasted his ass. That's one of my favorite people in this chat right now, right? So don't ever let me roasting somebody make y'all think I actually dislike y'all. That's my personality. If y'all knew how I grew up, my family roasts each other as terms of endearment. So more times than not, if I roast you out of nowhere, it's because I actually do like you. Like there you go, a little in, right? Unless you Reggie and Reggie's mama, because listen, Reggie mama be sucking dick and selling food stamps, and they still broke. Like that's a crazy. Like, how can you suck dick and sell food stamps and you still broke? Like, that's wild, bro. Like, y'all got to give it up. Pray for Reggie Mama, man. She trying to figure it out, bro. Last I saw Reggie Mama, she was selling feet pics down on 73rd, but she had the bunion scar, so she really couldn't get them off like that, bro. So, it is what it is, man. Y'all gotta pray for Reggie Mama. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Oh, man. Is Tony the one who... No, that was JDH. JDH was the one who was in the chat saying he eats stripper ass. Like, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. He got to disinfect his tongue, bro. Like, he got to disinfect his tongue. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Oh, man. Haize, what do you reckon about the take that if LeBron came before Jordan, there would be no GOAT debate? No, that's stupid. That's absolute. People tried, and I was on Player's Choice, and no slight to Player's Choice. You guys may see me over there more often, but somebody said, like, they tried to make the argument, well, the Bulls were a super team. No, the Bulls were a well-constructed team with two great players on it. That's not a super team. It just... People try to make all these arguments they can to try to end the GOAT debate or whatever else it is. Listen, Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. That's it. It's not up for debate. It is what it is. People can argue all day. I get it. If you're younger, you didn't see Jordan, you may think differently. But that whole argument people try to make, oh, Jordan played against plumbers, all that dumb shit, to me, it just screams people who don't understand the game of basketball and the mentality that's needed to play at the level that Jordan did and have those teams at that level. Listen, Jordan's crazy, man. It is what it is. Let's see what else we got. Strip ass, yeah. Bro got bumps on his lips for sure. And he said it so casually. Like, he literally was just like, yeah, I eat strip ass. Like, you don't? Like, it's like, hey, man, that's not as simple as saying you don't drink water. Like, what we talking about here, folk? Like, what we doing here, bro? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all got to chill on that, bro. Oh, man, let's see what we got. LeBron James doesn't get my respect till he win playing to win instead of to cheat or creating super teams. Big fan. I ain't going that far, but, it is what it is. I respect that opinion for sure. Juan Miller says, hey, Haize, I know you've spoken about this topic, but at what stage do we get concerned about the Bulls shooting? I mean, listen, it's one preseason game so far. And when you're adjusting, it's going to look a little rough, right? So I wouldn't worry about it quite yet, personally. Bulls announced the starting five. It is the same starting five as before. Kobe White is still the starting point guard. Shout out to Kobe for just how far Kobe's come, man. From being the guy that's like, what, we won. Clap it up, right? The clap it up time to, like, being this guy that Bulls fans are really now invested in, like, and they really do enjoy. And so shout out to Kobe, because you know how hard, for those that have been lifelong Bulls fans, that thing that happened with Kobe after a loss and him saying, yeah, we won, and clapping it up in that moment, that would have, it's hard in the city of Chicago for a player of any sport to come out of that. It really is. And I don't want to overlook that at all. And Kobe's done that. Kobe's really done that. Imagine MJ without hand checking. That's another thing as well. That's definitely another thing as well. JDH got fleece mentality. Eating stripper booty is more important than drinking that water. There is nothing more important than a stripper's ass. And I'm going to put my tongue. No, I'm not going to give y'all that sound click. But JDH eating stripper ass is wild, bro. Like, that's just crazy to me, bro. Like, that's wild. Like, and you admit that unrequested publicly to a bunch of people that you don't know. That's crazy to me, bro. That's real crazy. That's crazy, man. That's wild. Does Kobe go higher than 7 in the redraft? No, I think right now, even with Kobe's improvement, I still think he goes lower than 7 right now. In my personal opinion, let me look up the year Kobe was drafted. Let me make sure I'm not talking out the side of my neck. Let's take a look at the players that went before and after Kobe White in that draft. Give me 1 second. The 2019 draft. So Zion's still going first. Ja still going second. Yeah, probably with the injury concerns, maybe you can say that the Pelicans would go Ja over Zion. RJ Barrett's fallen. DeAndre Hutton's fallen. Darius Garland's on his way up, right? Shit, I don't know. Because then you got Kobe, Haize, Roy, Cam Reddish. Cam Johnson's going up for sure. Tyler Hero's going up. Grant Williams is going up. Jordan Poole's going up. He was drafted 28th. But I still think Kobe's still top 10 in that draft. But I don't think he goes higher than 7th. I just don't think he does, personally. Yeah, I don't think he does. Looking at this draft, I don't necessarily think he does. But hey, you never know. I got the voice changer on? Oh, no, Vice Lord Booker. That's funny. That's funny. Not gonna lie, Batman himself couldn't have got that info out of me. Listen, like, I don't understand how on a public platform you felt comfortable saying, hey, listen, I eat stripper booty. What? Homie, what? Wait a second. Wait, what's this? Hold on, wait a second. What's this beat? I just got beats on this motherfucker? Let's have fun with this. Let's have fun. What are we doing? Oh, shit! I forgot I had this on here. We gotta run that back. Hold on, we gotta run that back. Haize be, see, I don't know Haize be making beats. I make all the intros. Hold on, let's run that back real quick. We having fun now. We ain't even talking basketball no more. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Y'all want to listen? This is one of my favorite beats I made. Shout out to the Cognac Boys.
Cognac. Gang.
All right, y'all see, listen, I'm a talented motherfucker. Like, I just gotta, let me pat myself on the back. I'm a talented ass motherfucker. Like, shout out to my mama. Shout out to my mama for, like, just birthing the amazing motherfucker that sits before you today, right? Shout out to my mom and pops. They didn't understand on December 5th, 1986, that they was birthing a creative God. They didn't understand it. You can't really have the form of reference to understand when you're birthing amazingness, right? Like, it just is what it is, man. I got 6 sisters. I'm the most amazing thing that ever came. Pause. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and get back onto it, man. We having fun today, man. Who else does live streams like this, man? Come on, man. Give it up to yourselves first off. Like, forget me. Give it up to yourselves, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. Ain't nobody doing it like Chicago Bulls Central, bro. Y'all go tell y'all favorite podcasters that ain't Chicago Bulls Central to up their motherfucking game. That's what y'all need all y'all to go tell them, right, bro? Because it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing in this motherfucker, man. Let's see what else we got. Oh, man. The nigga Dilbert be smoking that glad. Whoa. What? How did we get here? That's crazy. That's wild. That's crazy. Okay, boy, I see you on that mixer. The tunes sound good, though, bro. I appreciate that, bro. Listen, I do a little. Y'all didn't heard this, though. This is the Locked On bullshit. They don't go hard as much as the other two. Now I gotta update the Locked On Bulls music because that we gotta go back to this. This goes hard, bro. Like, them organs go hard. This Reggie Mama's soul crying out for come. That's what she do. Damn, I thought it was about to kick off. Come on, man. What the fuck was I thinking making it this long? We don't need no drop that long. Come on. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to start this bitch over because this motherfucker taking too long to hit in. All right. Anyway, let me stop playing around with y'all, man. Y'all here to talk about some basketball. I'm over here dropping beats, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Too long. Pause. Everything ain't a pause. That ain't a pause. Come on, man. That ain't gotta be a pause. Man. What streaming service can I watch the Bears and Bulls game? Listen, I don't. Steve-O can hook you up with some illegal streams. I don't illegally stream. I got a league pass and Sunday ticket. Like that's what I use. It is what it is, man. That is what it is. I'm kicking bars, but it ain't candy. Let that strip. Did Tony just drop bar? In the stream, we just saw Tony drop bars. That's crazy. That's crazy. When a bald-headed white guy is the one dropping bars in the chat, it's time to go home. It's time to go home, man. Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild, bro. That's wild. That's crazy. That's the bald-headed white guy, man. That's wild. Let's see. Shay says, Haize, this would be a very perfect game to establish a defensive presence, especially since we're going up against the defending NBA champs. Yeah, listen, don't get me wrong. The Bulls are they're using the preseason for what the preseason is meant for, right? To get in rhythm, to try some things. I'm not looking for them to establish very much in the preseason, but a play style, right? So I'm not expecting them to come out and lock down the different. I would not be surprised if both teams stopped playing defense after about 5 minutes left in the second quarter, right? I'm not really looking for that, but it is what it is. I mean, hey, I hope that you get it for sure. Bulls Daily, his Mr. Gordon looking ass. Who are we talking about? Where's Pat? He needs to be in the house as well. Pat is over on his own channel doing his thing. He's going to be live calling the game. Y'all make sure y'all go and support Pat as well. We trading DeMar this season? I highly, highly, highly doubt it, bro. I highly doubt it. I would not expect that at all. I'll be on YouTube. I don't trust that. Steve will be streaming illegally. It is what it is. Trying to say I'm bootleg. I'm very much a clean individual. Where's Cachet at? Let's get Cachet on the line and talk about that. Oh, man, that is hilarious, man. All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and end the stream. We got about 15 minutes into game time, man. I'm going to go set up, get myself together, watch this game. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in, hanging out with me through all this craziness, man. I appreciate you guys a lot for what it is, man, and just the continued growth of everything in Chicago Bulls Central, guys. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I'll be back at halftime to break down what's going on in the first half, and we'll be back at the post-game show, man. Go Bulls. Love you guys. See red. You already know what it is. I'll be back at halftime. Peace, y'all.